Pay the difference or don't call this home anymore. Your decision. My father, Victor, didn't yell the first time he said it. He spoke slowly, intentionally, like he wanted the weight of it to press into my chest. My mother, Helena, didn't bother with calm delivery. We sacrificed everything for you, she snapped. And now that you're successful, you're acting selfish. Selfish. That word is usually aimed at the person who refuses to be managed. The living room felt tighter than usual. My older brother, Marcus, stood near the hallway, arms crossed, silent, not defending me, not challenging them, just aligning himself with whichever side felt safer. This wasn't about help, it was about control. They had poured their savings into a high-risk commercial property deal, one I had strongly advised against. The market shifted. The returns collapsed. The debt did and single quotes t. Now they wanted me to cover the loss. Not because I caused it. Because I was stable. You earn more now, my father continued. Start acting like a son. Translation. Carry the consequences of our decisions. Prove loyalty with payment. I didn't respond immediately. I had learned something over the years. When control starts slipping, volume increases. I've always helped when it made sense, I said evenly. But I won't finance mistakes I didn't make. That's when the tone changed. So money matters more than family. My mother shot back. No, boundaries mattered more than manipulation. But I didn't say that out loud. If you walk out without helping, my father said, louder now, don't come back. You won't be part of this family. There it was. Conditional love always surfaces under financial pressure. I looked around the room slowly. Framed vacations. Holiday dinners. The couch where birthdays were celebrated. Belonging. Apparently, had a price tag. And suddenly, I felt something unexpected, not anger, a clarity. If love can be purchased, it was never secure. You're making a mistake, Marcus muttered. Maybe, but staying would have been the bigger one. I grabbed my keys. No dramatic speeches, no raised voice, no slammed door at the threshold. I paused, not to reconsider, but to recognize the line I was crossing. Strength isn't always endurance. Sometimes it's departure. I hope one day we can speak without money being the condition, I said calmly. Then I left. Behind me, I heard my mother whisper, he'll be back. They believed. Pressure always wins. They believed guilt always converts. They believed I needed them more than they needed me. They didn't realize I had just walked toward independence. I didn't return the next week, not when the casual, "Are you coming for dinner?" text arrived as if nothing had happened. Distance feels strange at first, not because you miss chaos, but because silence forces self-confrontation. For the first time, no one was calculating my worth in contribution, no emergency transfers, no emotional invoices, no financial rescues disguised as family. Unity. My apartment was smaller and my life was quieter, and that quiet became strategic. I optimized my routines, woke earlier, tracked every expense, invested with intention instead of emotion, accepted partnerships that demanded growth, not approval. Without family pressure, my decisions became cleaner. Meanwhile, updates from home reached me indirectly. The investment continued to bleed. Tension inside the house thickened. Marcus tried stepping up, but pressure reveals preparation. And he wasn't ready for that weight. Arguments escalated. Blame rotated. No solution stabilized. I didn't intervene. Not out of cruelty. Out of alignment. Every time I felt the urge to rescue them, I reminded myself, love without boundaries becomes obligation. Obligation without respect becomes control. Months passed. A business partnership I had been quietly building matured into something sustainable. Revenue stabilized. Opportunities began approaching me instead of the reverse. The shift wasn't just financial, it was psychological. I no longer negotiated from fear of losing. Belonging. I negotiated from position. One evening, my father called. His tone was measured. We should talk. No accusations. No demands. No mention of debt. I'll meet, I said, but somewhere neutral. Not the house. Not the old living room where affection had been leveraged. A cafe. Balanced ground. They were already seated when I arrived. They looked older. Not fragile. Just aware, no small talk. We handled it, my father said. Restructured the debt. Sold assets. My mother added quietly. It wasn't easy. I know, I replied. Hard lessons rarely are. There was a pause. Then my father said the one sentence that mattered. We shouldn't have given you that ultimatum. Not you misunderstood. Not we were stressed. Not you owed us. Just accountability. I didn't rush to soften it. I wasn't refusing to help, I said. I was refusing to be controlled. For the first time, no one argued. Marcus joined us later. Less confident, less certain. He asked about my work. Not dismissively, but seriously. I answered briefly. Power isn't listing achievements, it's not needing to. As we stood to leave, my mother reached across the table. You didn't come back, she said. No, I replied. I built something instead. I didn't move home. I didn't merge finances. I didn't resume the role of emergency solution. But I didn't disappear either. Now, if I help, it will be choice. Not proof of loyalty, not pressure, not obligation. As we walked out of the cafe, there was no cinematic reconciliation, just a shift. They no longer saw me as the son who could be cornered, and I no longer saw myself as the son who needed to stay.